Cloud, how are ya?
Did you hear the beginning of the show?
Yes, I did.
You did. Okay. So, I'm
Yes,
doing
I
well.
did.
All things considered, I'm doing pretty well. I figure spine surgery, really? You're going into my spine? But they've got this stuff, different levels of it now where I'm 2 days later, right? I'm sitting here in my living room talking to you. So I guess I could say I'm doing pretty well. Thanks.
I'm
How can I
grateful
help?
you're doing well. I've really loved your books and stuff too. So I'll get right to the
Thank
point.
you. Okay. What's up?
Um, I'm a happily I'm a happily married woman. I've got a great family, great life. Um, but my entire life, I've been responsible for my very irresponsible parent,
Hmm.
and she's a divorced parent. She raised my sister and I, and ever since I've been young, I have always been there to clean up her mess or fix her mess, whether it was finances, and then spent most of my life cheerleading her on, encouraging her to get a career and all that stuff so that she would be financially set, because I always worried about her having to move in with me down the road. And while she's a wonderful person, I love her. We're close. I ended up having to move her into my house. And the problem is that she won't let me. She needs constant encouragement. So I find that I suffer. I get a little bit of anxiety every day. She's in my house. She's downstairs in the basement, so it's quite separate. But if I don't talk to her for a day or check in, she gets all insecure and worried. Is everything okay? So I'm constantly feeling like I
Have you
can't
told her
just
that?
live my own life now.
Have you told her
Yes,
that?
many
You know,
times.
have you what have you told her?
Well, I've told her, I've had honest conversations with her many times over the years about how she's
But
affecting me
but
um,
what have you
with
told her about this
finances.
problem? What have you told her about the problem we're
Um,
talking about right now? Is very specific. Mom, I got stuff to do. I need to be able to do things during the day, and I won't be able to check in on you throughout the day or during the day or whatever. I might not even see you for a day at a time. So that's the way
right.
that's what we got to do. Have you had that conversation?
Yes. And
Okay, and what happens?
she still says to me, if she catches my eye or she crosses boundaries, like she'll come upstairs. And I've told her before that we have to treat it like two separate homes. But what
All right.
she'll do is I tell her one day, Mom, I need to get work done. You might not hear from me for a couple of days, but then she's still insecure. Are you okay? Have I done something? Like, it's constant. So the thing is that I've had to move her into my home. This is what I didn't want to do my entire life. So I just feel like my first priority always has to make sure she's okay so that I can get on with my day, but it's exhausting. And
Well,
it's
you
even her
gotta you
conversations.
gotta oh whoa. Listen, stop.
Yep,
I think you need to redefine okay.
right,
See, we can't use her definition of okay. You're not
right.
going to get your advice from a woman that for how many years now? How old is she?
In her 70s now.
Okay. For 70 years has never gone through a day without needing constant reassurance that everything's okay,
Hmm.
right? So
Right.
here's a math question for you. How much has giving that reassurance constantly throughout the day, how much has that helped?
None.
None. Okay, so why would
Yeah,
we continue to
right.
do something or think that you have to do something and take her definition of what she needs as the way to go? So I would start
Oh,
there. Okay.
oh,
Now,
I love it.
have you ever taken her to a psychiatrist?
No, but I've gone to one.
Well, yeah,
um,
that's the
I've.
way this works, right? When somebody's not taking care of her problems, then they become your problems. Now I need to shrink, right?
Thanks.
Okay, so look, it
Oh,
sounds like it could be that she's got some sort of anxiety disorder that might do very well if she were treated. And here
hmm.
I would say something like this. Mom, we've talked about
Right.
this. Uh, do you know what I'm going to say?
No, I want to hear what you
Oh,
say, because
when
I'm
when you
having
said
so
right,
many
it sounds
epiphanies
like
right now.
you had already said it to her. I
No.
said, look, Mom, here's what's interesting, Mom. You know, I'm taking care of you the best I can, okay? And still, because
Mhm.
I've got a
Mhm.
life here that it's a lot of stuff I got to take care of, and I want to take care
Yeah.
of, and you're one of them. But I can't allow my care for you to take up the whole pie. Okay, I got a lot of other
Oh,
responsibilities. Okay,
right.
look at it like if somebody had 6 kids, they can't spend all their time with one of them and ignore the rest of their life. I got a lot of stuff I got to do. Sometimes my work, other things will make it. You got to pretend, Mom, that you live down the street, and you got to develop some friends and kind of a life of your own. This and that. What I'm doing
Oh,
here is I'm just giving you a house down the
yeah.
street. Happens to be in the house, right? So
Right.
I won't be able to take care of every time you want to have reassurance, this and the other. So here's what I'm doing. I'm gonna write it down. Say, Mom, I won't be seeing you today. Write it down. I won't be seeing you today. I can assure you I'm fine. You haven't done anything. Don't worry about it. I'll see you tomorrow, and I'll see you at 8 o'clock in the morning, or I'll see you day after tomorrow, or whatever. And probably the next time I'll talk to you. Okay.
Oh,
And
I love it.
and then what's she gonna say if you do that? It's a blank. Are you still there?
Yeah,
Hello?
it went dead for a moment. Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah. I
Can you?
said, if you say that, what will she say if you say that?
Um, well, she's complicated, so I'm not exactly sure. She might, we'll see. We'll see.
Okay,
She'll say,
why don't you
maybe I
see?
get it, or yeah, I'll see.
All right,
And
whatever
I
she
love what you just
says,
said anyhow. Yeah.
okay, whatever she says, if she's upset or this and the other, say, well,
Yeah.
I'm sorry you feel that way, but Mom, if what you're telling me is you can't spend a day on your own without getting really, really anxious, or maybe, call an Uber and going to, a support group, or going out to lunch with your friends, or
Oh,
whatever it is else she
right.
does. She needs to have a life outside of you, by the way. And if you hadn't worked on that problem, that's the
Oh, yes.
biggest one right there. And
That is
then
the
I'd
biggest
say, if
one.
she can't, well, then work on that one. But I'd say, if you
Yeah.
can't do that, what that tells me is it'd probably be a good idea for us to go see a doctor, because you're
Oh,
vibrant in your
right.
health and this and the other. And I think you might have some sort of anxiety or something. So if you're telling me you can't
Mhm.
make it through a day, then I'm going to make an appointment. We're going to go see a psychiatrist and see if your anxiety
Oh,
levels are normal or something like that. Okay. I got to run,
best
and
advice. Thank
I
you. You're
wouldn't,
the best.
you're welcome. Thank you for your call. Sometimes we let other people decide how we're going to be helping them. What if I'd done that with my spine surgeon? He says, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call my buddy in, and he's going to stick a needle in your arm and say, okay, I'll see you later. And I'm going to put you out for a while, a few hours. And I probably won't talk to you again for a few months or a few weeks. But while you're out, I'm gonna I'm gonna cut your back open and go in your spine and do a bunch of stuff, and then I'll see you later. All right. What if I had said, "Well, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. No, don't take care of me that way. No, why? I don't want to go to sleep. Just do it while I'm awake. Just do it while. Or I don't want you." Look, sometimes people can't tell you how to best take care of them, or tell you how you want to or are willing to take care of them, because their wishes are going to be sometimes to take up your whole life. You can't do that. What if I'd said to him, I want you to stay here the rest of the time. I want you to come home with me and make sure I'm okay. I mean, what if I screw up? You gave me this band that said I'm a fall risk. What if I fall and you're just gonna abandon me and leave me? What are you gonna do? You can't do it. See, we can't take advice. from everybody on how to help them the way they want to be helped. You've got to figure out how you're going to help. And if that's not enough, then we go to another tier. We call somebody else in. But a lot of times, some of you have gotten sucked into, excuse me, a person's regressive wish. Remember that term, a person's regressive wish to make you the center of their world. And they're adults. They're adults. They are adults. Adults do not have, other than in the way a spouse is, adults do not have one person as the source of all their needs. Only little bitty kids have that. Really, only infants. Once you get past infancy, the needs get spread out over the group and the family and teachers and friends and community. And once you leave home, then you're responsible for establishing the source of community and all the emotional and other needs that you have. So when an adult tries to get you to be the entire support system of their life, nobody does that. No healthy person. You have to get help. There's something called compassion fatigue. I mean, even people that do this for people who can't take care of themselves at all in assisted living places or whatever, they work in shifts. Sometimes I tell people, so when does your shift end? They go, it never does. Well, of course you're going to have compassion fatigue. Of course you're going to get burned out. So we have to work on that. Okay.